I can't think. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I can't. What am I supposed to do?
Hello everybody, welcome to Chin Wags. I am Bill. How are you going? I hope you guys are going well. I was going well. I'm always going well until I check Katie's Instagram. And then I'm always like, oh, why did I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Who knows? But when you got a passion and there's a bitch that's saying shit and it's contradicting, fuck. So we're talking Anna Duggar. I don't dislike Anna Duggar. I feel fucking sorry for her. Like every other woman out there or man who has been controlled. Do I say do I have to spell stuff? Do I just say DV? In my opinion, allegedly in all this, that's always how these chin wags go, you know? You're sitting down there and you're just having a chin wag saying your own opinion. Not really talking fact, because really I encourage everyone always to go and do your own research. Like Katie doesn't, you know? She believes, all fucking her sources. My sources tell me. Do you think that she goes beyond what they tell her and tries to, find some credible, if that's right? Or does she just believe what they say because they don't exist? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm getting off point. I'm not making sense because, she shat me again. She shat me because if Katie, like she claims, has been in a DV relationship, it's deeper than that, but I'm just going to refer to it as that, the big umbrella. She would not be, she'd be able to understand exactly what Anna's going through. I don't even follow the Duggars, but I can understand what she's going through, and probably only a little bit. If you've been in one of these relationships, you know. And Katie is like, why don't you just leave? Leave him. Fuck, bitch, as if she has any fucking personal choice by now. How many kids? 7 kids. She's just so fucking cut off from reality. Well, we know, but oh man, I don't like her reporting on this. I was thinking the other night, how fucked it would be, because someone asked her to cover the Ghislaine, I don't know how to say her name properly, the Epstein trial that's going on right now, which I'm following, and I'm following it very closely. That's something that I've got a whole Google Drive full of information. Just this is something I have been waiting for, but I shake even thinking about it. But yeah, imagine if she was to cover that. Oh my God. She doesn't feel for anyone. She has no emotion. So she can't cover this shit. There's so much emotion. It's so highly tense. Like, you know, no, what's that? It's not highly, it's intense, like with emotion. And she's just unaware. But Katie, you say your ex was a you know, she can't relate as usual. But before we go there, because I've got it lined up and stuff, I just want to go boom, boom, boom. Let's try not go on for days, right? Keep swallowing. Because I'm so angry. I can feel it running through my veins. Like I was like, am I going to make it to 9 p.m.? Like I wanted to come on earlier when I saw it, but no, had to get back to world. Okay. Yeah. Before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you about the cacti contributors. These are the people that like support my channel. There's like one tier because I don't want to give you choice because I have trouble making choices. So I don't want to inflict that on you. And you can get member only posts and chat and like discount on merchandise and member shout outs every time I go live. And tonight, this is someone who's joined within the last month. Cacti high five to Sandra Fondren. Oh, and I hope that I said your name right. I feel like it did flow there. Thank you so much for being a cacti contributor. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a really nice day. Like seriously, get out there. Oh, hang on. Is it snowing? That would be a nice day. I'm so jealous. Yeah, it's not really hot at the moment. It's good weather, but it's the forecast is what I don't like. Okay. I'll just do a rundown of chat because these people are the ones that put the words down. They're such an awesome bunch too. Like if these people didn't rock up, who knows what. How you going, guys? Oh, Lauren Elizabeth, first one in. Followed by Will using his cacti high five custom emoji. That's the most dodgiest fucking custom emoji that you get. Like, I really need to up my game on what the members get. But Will, how you going? Mimo, it's good to see you. Hey E. Oh, I like that. Oh, is it safe to be driving when I'm talking? I don't know. Okay, well, hope you have a good day. Where are we? Oh, Mimo, I just love the color. Green is a great color. It's a cactus world. Hi, Jen White. How you going? Totally clueless. Good to see you. Deborah. Hey, Carrie Taylor. I should just say Carrie. Oops. Amanda, how are you going? And I think we're nearly at the bottom. SD, how you going? Oh, look, there's an angel cake. If I scroll past anyone, cacti high five. Oh, Laura Nelson. Oh, look at you waving. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay, when it's set up, that's when I find it hard. So first off, so we're just going to Katie's Instagram. But like first off, like we're just gonna watch this video that she posted of them like Anna Duggar and that other fuckwit like walking in or out of court. But yeah. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I turned the volume down, but there's no volume. Oh, I missed it because I was like, there's no audio. Oh, let's watch it. Oh, okay. Can't slow it down. Okay, that was just a lot of silence for anyone who's just listening. Let me just read what Katie wrote. Anna Duggar is clutching JD's hand for dear life, walking into jury selection today. It looks like he's dragging her. It looks like he's walking fast and she's in heels and can't walk that fast and he doesn't care. Plus, like, she's probably fucking nervous. All these people. Where's your little, like, she's trying to say, like, yeah, there's fear there, but, well, in other posts. Yeah, and then, oops. Trying to do things not a snail way, and it will work. Oh, thank God my mic's on. It's running too smoothly. Touch wood, touch wood. This is another post. And she's like commenting on a picture from September of them walking out, like Anna's still pregnant. And like Josh has that, I don't know, big and tall's jacket on. Fuck, I just called him that name. That is his name. Okay, hang on. I need to have a drink at the most shittiest time. Okay, oh, that was a goal. And Katie says, this photo from September, remember that Anna knows everything. Woo-hoo. She's been in every single that everything. I always do that to myself. Okay, we're just going to read it. Remember that Anna knows everything. She's been at every single hearing and has heard all the actions her husband allegedly did to children. She might be in an abusive marriage, but she has a choice. This smug look told me everything I needed. Everything you needed to know. This smug look told me everything I needed, and it was when I lost all respect for her. Good mums don't put their selfish needs ahead of their children. They also don't continue to have children with their pest. She's not ignorant and her kids aren't safe, in my opinion. Well, God, where are we? I can't even see the way out of here. Oops, it's the video of them walking again. But there's more. Where is it? There's always more. About her, let's go back to the clutching, how she's hanging on for dear life. It's just stills. But yes, here we are. Anna is showing her knees. Oh, that's what Katie says. Anna is showing her knees. She's wearing high heels and looks like she's going out versus court. Fuck. You have no right to say that. Look at your eye makeup. Every day it looks like you are going clubbing. She also is clutching Josh like she's going to fall down. Why is he doing this to her? Let her go, Josh. Leave him, Anna. Where's the fucking compassion? I know, like, a lot of people are anti-Anna, but, like, it must be so, in my opinion, is she brainwashed since birth? Like, since her family was so adamant of her marrying Josh? Did anyone see that video that I posted on the community tab, or like the Observer's video from today? I only got like 20 minutes into it or something, because they were showing, it must have been when Anna was first meeting Josh. I was going to ask if any of you, because more of you guys know more what's going on with Duggars and how long, and but it looked like it was her birthday and he rocked up with balloons, and then the Observer was like, yeah, she's not happy at all, and she's leaning away, and you know how everyone says that she knew what she was getting, she knew about the stuff that happened with his sisters before they got married. Well, maybe this scene, should I show the Observer video? The scene where, oh, fuck. Let's go have a look at other video. Oh, because, can you see what Katie was wearing today as well? Katie looks like she's going clubbing in the clothes that she's wearing in her Without a Crystal Ball video that she posted. But who is she to fucking judge what she's wearing? And she's just so disconnected. If she herself was one, saying that, I feel. Where are we? Anna's brother, Totally Clueless says, Anna's brother and sister have both said they would help, but she refused to leave him. So it's not just it's not just how she's been brought up. Oh, does she have her sister and her brother left the little cult thing? The little cult. Fuck, what am I saying? Because I don't know my Duggar language very well, do I? Obviously. Oh my gosh. But we don't know about the abuse that went on behind the doors. What has Pest done to her to make sure that she is so fucking loyal to him? He's got so many secrets to hide. The stuff that he would have done, I don't know. Because the way Katie points it is she is also or she's accepting, or I don't even want to fucking let that thought in my head, because that's disgusting. She's so cold. Obviously, I'm thinking with my emotions, but having myself survived a DV relationship where I was basically owned. And it took me, I don't know, 10 years around there to stop hearing his voice in my head. So, and I was only with my ex for 3 years. How long has she been with Josh for? it must be like programmed deeply in her, every part. She must believe that he's innocent in some way. Like who was it? Was it Charles Manson? Like his followers that were like so devoted to him and believe, was it him? Oh, I can't remember. Who was it like back in, we watched the trial ages ago, back, must have been in the 90s. And they all like had carvings on their head, and they like the followers, and they all sat in the court. Oh, I can't remember, but like that. When it's just, oh my God, I feel so sorry for Anna. Okay, let's go have a look at her other post and what's going on. Well, that's as far as I really got, and I was like, I got to go live. I won't be around from Wednesday to Saturday. I've got all my like gigs coming up, but I did do a little pre-record of something. Where are we? Oh, this is her sub, is it? See, I'd really like to do a Google search. Can you even click on there and go Google search? No, because on my phone I can. Lame laptop. Okay. So this is the front of the Rebers house. The Rebers opened the gate today to let Josh out. Don't worry, Josh is on his leash. I don't even like jokes about this. I don't even like jokes like that about this. This is what I mean. What the fuck is this bitch doing fucking covering this? It's a sensitive fucking subject. Someone with no emotion should not be. Oh, but she's a fucking comedian. Oh, this is just bullshit. She thinks this person that commented. Okay, so I'll read the person's comment. How do you know they're not supporting their sisters? They did not see Josh, ABUSE, their sisters, so they can testify. They can't testify like Jill. And I bet Jill is one who smacked Josh. Yet I know. Okay, so that's all bullshit. You can pause it if you want to read it. But Katie's like, is that you, Justin? Or is this Jason, Jeremiah, James? And then they got like 5 followers, and they're only following the Duggar sisters. And Katie's post says, fuck, I hate that word. You all have to admit that there are a lot of times these fake accounts show up with terrible grammar. You can fucking talk. With terrible grammar, and they only follow the Duggars. That took you 2 sentences to write. Or is that a comma? No, because that's a capital. Fuck, Katie, your grammar fucking sucks. And you'd know because you are queen of sock accounts. So, grammar queen as well. Oh, where's that fucking mirror? Some of the Duggars are known to have sock accounts to creep social media. I've found accounts for several following me in the past. Which one are you? Well, she probably didn't say it with that much expression. She has to say it monotone. Which one are you? I can't do monotone, obviously. And my voice gone fucking croaky. Obviously, we're just going left. We're done. Off. I don't. So yeah, it's the thumbnail of her video from her channel today. The women who will end pest. Today in court, the judge said both Jill Duggar and is it Bobby? See, I have not said the name out loud yet. Is it? Because it's not Bo-Bye, is it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Okay, is it Bobby? Oh, fuck, I need to check. And Bobby Holt are on the list of potential witnesses. Jim Holt, Jim Bob Duggar's former best friend, is also listed as a witness. Jim Bob got booted from the witness list after he feigned amnesia, and the feds called his testimony selfish, self-serving, and garbled. It is my belief that the judge will allow Josh's past history. Oh my God, are you fucking dumb? With SA and Bobby Holt to testify. There is no proof that Bobby, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering how it's meant to say. Bobby was very clergy. Is it clergy and clergy? Oh my God, I am butchering this. I'm not made out to be a lawyer. Mandated reporters regardless. I am assuming Jill will replace Jim Bob because we all know that Jill can tell the truth. And who are you and what do you know? And yeah, just there's Pest. Little zoom up, gets his own shot. Jim Bob can't even spring for a new suit for Pest. He's worn the same suit multiple times. I guess all their money is tied up in planes. Katie, you want to talk about attire? Fuck, should we go look at her video? I reckon. Well, I probably had something else planned. I should look at my page if I can stop ranging. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go here. No, not there. I want to go to without a crystal ball. Don't be tempted to press the red button. This one, because right. Going clubbing. It's gothy no joy. Gothy joyless. Gathy. Oh my gosh. See, it's so 90s, but right. Do you know what necklace would go really good with this? Those ones. The choker, braided, like little wire ones, you know? Then she'd be too cool. Then she'd look like she's from the craft. Okay, are we clicking on this? Is everyone else like in with this, or you're like, no, don't press that button if you don't want me to press it? Fuck, I should have put a trigger warning on this. Oh, well, I guess Anna's name will hopefully. I have a top like Katie, but yeah, my girls don't get flattened. Oh, I'm so rude. Only sometimes. Okay, guys, like I haven't watched any of her stuff. Does she still have the fucking intro with the tea and she's talking about this? Because that will probably shit me more than anything. Okay. Oh, okay. We're going in. We just need to go in.
Your video ad made by top freelancers on Fiverr is destroying the internet. They wrote the script, created
more up to the minute.
Well, we left the show, like 2 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago now. Because basically our family goals that we had for ourselves didn't align with what we found out. That like we ended up finding out like we didn't have as much control over our lives as it related to like the show and stuff.
Yeah, basically like Jill said, we just learned some information just before we had to quit filming because we were kind of put between a rock and a hard place where we had to choose between our family goals while we're filming, and really felt like it was in our best interest as a family to pursue our family goals.
Oh my fucking God, you fucking bitch! So it's true. I thought maybe you would have changed it. when you were reporting on Gabby Petito. So if I go back and watch something with that you reporting, I will see this intro. Holy shit, Katie. Holy shit. And you want to throw the word journalist around? Oh my God, sorry. That really gets me. That she doesn't care enough to change her intro. Oh my God, you fucking piece of shit. Ah, fuck. I knew this was going to be like as if she would have changed it. I wasn't expecting it to hit me this hard. Well, I'd be saying the same thing even if I wasn't on a microphone. Oh my God. Okay, we've got to press play. Plus, Derek Dillard. I know it's Dillard, but Dillard.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's Tuesday, November 30th. I am ready to go. It's been a very busy day already. I have been doing a lot of stuff on Instagram. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram because I'm doing more up to the minute breaking news on that related to the case, and then coming over here to sort of bring you more of the in-depth coverage. So Josh Duggar's case has started, but it is not actually into the testimony at this point. Right now, jury selection is underway in Arkansas, and Josh and Anna arrived. Now, when Josh and Anna arrived, Anna was seen clutching Josh's hands. This is very different than previous days when she had walked in only holding his hand with one. Today, she looked visibly nervous. Now, yesterday was an interesting day in court because
wouldn't you be? Fuck, I'd be clutching anything if I believed my husband was innocent and the trial was starting. Fuck, Katie, you are so... Plus, is it too fast for someone who's on amphetamines? I feel like we are speeding, but, you know, in both realities, fuck, it's like... Plus, her eyes are huge.
because there is kind of some last minute housekeeping items that are going on with the prosecutors and the defense. There is evidence that they want to bring into this trial that relates to things that Josh did back in 2002 and 2003. And yesterday, there were two people that testified in court, one named Bobby Holt and another one named Jim Bob Duggar. Y'all know who Jim Bob Duggar is. So the prosecutors are wanting to admit into evidence Bobby's testimony along with Jim Bob's testimony to be able to confirm what was found in a police report from 2006 about things that Josh Duggar had done. And they believe that this evidence is going to help them paint a pattern of behavior for him to show that he has been doing the same things for decades and that clearly this has been a escalating pattern of behavior for him. At issue is obviously what we've all known about that came out in 2015, things for decades. They believe that this evidence is going to help them paint a pattern of behavior for him to show that he has been doing the same things for decades and that clearly this has been a escalating pattern of behavior for him. At issue is obviously what we've all known about that came out in 2015 in those reports that were released by In Touch. So yesterday, Bobby Holt spoke to what she learned from Josh Duggar, and then Jim Bob Duggar actually pretended like he couldn't remember.
I'm sorry, how funny was that? Fucking swallowing. I love her swallows in slow motion. Nope. But yeah, sorry, I'll let it drag off. The whole thing could be in slow motion. I'd love it, but you wouldn't.
Anything, and he actually kind of got into a fight with the judge. Well, more like the judge scolded him. Now, today we should be expecting a ruling on this, but they filed a motion to try to sum up for you what was told in court and testified to by Bobby. The current fight right now is over whether or not Bobby Holt's testimony will be able to be admitted into the court. They also still need to determine if what Josh Duggar did in 2002 and 2003 can be a part of the case as well. And if you wait around until the very end, I'll let you know about someone that might surprise you that might be a witness. So in the new motion that was filed in response to the defense's motion that wants to suppress this testimony. Basically, what Josh Duggar's attorneys are claiming is that Bobby Holt was working in a spiritual capacity for Josh Duggar, and so therefore Josh Duggar's confessions or admissions to her are protected under client privilege, or clergy privilege. And they even suggested at the very end of their filing that their denomination required that everything stay confidential. And so therefore, even an exception around CA or SA would not be.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting.
Be relevant because
She is her editing. Great one, Katie. Great one. Maybe when you edit, you could do a little transition so it's not so whoop, jumpy, jumpy. Sorry, was that loud? Probably. Yes, it was.
it's required to stay confidential. What the government said about her testimony was this. When the government sought to elicit testimony from Ms. Holt regarding the defendant's admissions at the hearing, he objected based on the clergy penitent privilege and cited multiple cases in support of this new claim. So apparently he brought this up at the very last minute, and they got an email like right before she was about to be testifying. So they said they got an email saying, oh, no, like she can't testify, this is privileged. And now this is their argument saying it wasn't privileged. The court did allow her to testify, and now the judge is going to rule on whether or not he's going to allow it. They said without being provided any authority beforehand, the court preliminarily overruled the objection and permitted Mrs. Holt to testify. Mrs. Holt then explained that on March 30th, 2003, the Holts joined the defendant and his parents in his parents' bedroom, where the defendant told Mrs. Holt that he had inappropriately areas of Jane Doe 4 and had been doing this on Jane Does 1 and 3 over the clothes for years. He said that Mrs. Holt explained that he was telling her this because he was courting her daughter and that the relationship would have to end as a result of his conduct. Mrs. Holt also described this discussion as a conversation between close family friends.
Katie, you know what would have been better instead of showing pictures of these people that I don't know if they would be okay with you just fucking putting their faces out there. But yeah, like show like a picture of a court or something. You're talking about the court case. It's just like, I don't know why we need to see their faces. Update on the court case. Don't fucking bring people into it. We don't need to see their faces. That's the point.
Regarding the defendant's relationship with her daughter. And while she recalled saying prayers during the conversation, a normal occurrence, she explained Mrs. Holt emphasized that the conversation was not related to anyone's role in the church that the Duggars and the Holts attended. Mrs. Holt testified that in 2005, the defendant stayed with her and her husband in Little Rock because, as she explained, they loved him and wanted to see if he could repair his relationship with their daughter. One evening, after her husband fell asleep, Mrs. Holt testified the defendant told her that he had done something to Jane Doe 4 and while she sat on his lap, and while he read Bible stories to her, and that this occurred on March 30th, 2003, and that this occurred on March 30th, 2003. And this is what prompted the Duggars to contact the Holts that day. The defendant raised the same objection. The footnote here, he provided garbled answers about the leadership of his church and repeatedly claimed not to recall whether the defendant admitted to doing these things to Jane Does 1 through 4, despite recalling other very specific details from this time frame. He confirmed that the Holts were his best friends and that the defendant admitted to doing things to Jane Does 1 and 4 through 4, and that he reached out to the Holts as.
Is she repeating herself? I feel like she's repeating herself. What are you trying to say? We're still on the same subject and it's been what? What's going on, Katie? Oh, she's not the best person to read through what happened in court. Give us a fucking summary.
As his close friends in approximately 2002 or 2003 to discuss the issue. He did not testify about the defendant's 2005 admissions. In other words, while he was ultimately provided some corroborative information, his testimony was less credible and far less detailed as Mrs. Holt's. So Jim Bob was basically not answering questions. He was skirting around things, saying he couldn't remember things. They literally brought out the police report. And I posted this on my Instagram because I don't want to bring this onto my YouTube channel. But basically the police report is a detailed account from Jim Bob Duggar that he gave to Springdale in 2006, which outlines that Josh had been doing things to 4 girls for years, and that it was more than just once or twice, that this was extremely, and it was more, which outlines. Basically, the police report is a detailed account from Jim Bob Duggar that he gave to Springdale in 2006, which outlines that Josh had been doing things to 4 girls for years. and that it was more than just once or twice, that this was for years, and that it was more than just once or twice, that
What the fuck is she doing with her fingers? As she says, once or twice. It's like she's trying to do ET quotes, but she's also bringing Ducky down to the water, which if you've watched my videos, you know the little sticker I'm referring to. Fuck.
this was extremely, and it was more than how he described it on Megyn Kelly. And when he read that, he said it didn't jog his memory. So he was reading his own testimony that he had given to Springdale's PD, and he said he couldn't remember it. But then he could also remember details about the same time frame where he invites them over to the house. She refuted that women actually served as leaders in the church, and that she was just a longtime friend of the defendant and a mother of the girl who was dating when Josh did these things to his sisters. And that while their lives are shaped by religion, the defendant's conversations with Mrs. Holt about these events as they related to his relationship with her daughter are no more privileged than a defendant's discussions about his case with his lawyer's well-informed non-attorney wife, as an example. So their argument is that she just wasn't a attorney, or she wasn't a clergy. She didn't hold a position. The church didn't allow that. Elders, it wasn't privileged. And they are claiming an elder. And or they could have called Josh to the stand, and they didn't either. So their argument was basically that we should be able to allow this because it wasn't privileged. And they are claiming that Josh was only confiding her under the belief that she was clergy. Got it? So
10 minutes of the same story over. What the hell? Also, she's wearing a white bra under this top. Who the fuck wears a white bra under a black top when you can see? What the hell? What the hell, guys? I'm just saying. And I had to point that out because it shits me. Katie, if you knew this, why don't you know that? Or is that what you're going for? I don't know. Maybe the skin-colored one would have been better because white against black, yeah, opposing things going on. Also, on my way over there, I remembered maybe you shouldn't wear your necklaces with every single outfit because that's a bit, you know? Imagine if you wore the same headband every single... Oh, no. Actually, you've done that. Imagine if you wore... Why don't you get your ears pierced would be good. Get your ears pierced. Then wear the same earrings every day. That's fine. Not the same necklaces. Fuck. Do you wear them to bed?
this testimony seems to be something because of, this is like pivotal, because this is the first time that they are actually classifying what Josh did to one of the Jane Does as R. Okay. And because of that, that would be a pattern of behavior. And they're not disputing, neither side was disputing after yesterday's hearing that this stuff actually happened. In dispute was whether or not her testimony could be added. And he argued that, I mean, Gelfand argued that this was old, that it would happen when he was a minor. That would be a pattern of behavior. And they're not disputing, neither side was disputing after yesterday's hearing that this stuff actually happened. In dispute was whether or not her testimony could be added. And he argued that, I mean, Gelfand argued that this was old, disputing after yesterday's hearing that this stuff actually happened. In dispute was whether or not her testimony could be added. And he argued that, I mean, Gelfand argued that this was old, that it would happen when he was a minor.
Why would she smile when she's talking about why the, well, smile before the, I think she's got nerve damage from botox. That's you know, pretty strong point of view and shit from Twitter. But yeah, because have you guys seen that on anyone else? They're able to open one eyelid at a time, different times. Yeah, but before that, she smiled, but this went up and her big cheek rose when she's talking about what the defense lawyer was saying. Why would you smile? What? She's fucking.
Jim Bob was arguing about how it was sealed and it was a tabloid.
All of these Aussies use Skin Dot software to beat their acne, and so can you. It's easy. Jump online.
It didn't matter if it had the tabloid watermark on it. They were reading his actual testimony. The only things that were like blurred out of it were the names of his children. Otherwise, it had a detailed account from James Robert Duggar himself about what happened on the days that Josh came to him and told him what happened.
His name is that. I'm pretty sure all names are blurred out in the police report that she's talking about, that she shared on her Instagram. I'm pretty sure all their names. So why would she say it's pretty easy to figure out whose name is what and then names the fucking person? Is that what's going on? I'm still stuck in the slow-mo. Fucking shit. She's not. I hope that's not what's happening.
So we still don't know. They were reading his actual testimony. The only things that were like blurred out of it were the names of his children. Otherwise, it had a detailed account from James Robert Duggar himself about what happened on the days that Josh came to him and told him what happened. So we still don't know where that's going to land. It seems highly suspect that the judge in this case would not allow this as evidence, because I believe that it will show, you know, his pattern of behavior. And the judge seemed to really be needing a little bit more time because they were sort of like the prosecutors blindsided by this privilege. My other takeaway here is that Jim Bob Duggar was called garb. The judge seemed to really be needing a little bit more time because they were sort of like the prosecutors blindsided by this privilege. My other takeaway here is that Jim Bob Duggar was called garbled and not credible. Jim Bob was able to corroborate what she said. He didn't dispute certain things. He just wouldn't go into detail and he wouldn't discuss.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful in slow motion. Okay, we're going back. Are we going back? Is anyone still here? Oh, at least it's in fast mode. God, it took me ages to find fast mode. I love it now.
The severity of it. But what if none of that even mattered? And what if one of the girls testified? What if the judge allows? What if none of that even mattered? And what if one of the girls testified?
Okay, it's not just that it's in slow-mo, but is she drunk? I think she's drunk. Normal people don't sway like that. But her head's not moving, but what the hell is going on there? Why is this this has turned into a horror movie? Fuck.
What if the judge allows this and one of the girls that this happened to actually got on the stand and actually said, this happened to me? Because that is what could be happening here. Because I got off the phone with someone.
Before she did this live, it was known that Jill was going to take the stand. Why did she fight? Look at her face. I feel like I should cover this trial. No, I shouldn't. But someone needs to. Someone better than her. It's like a clown show. Why does the fucking casting couch look like we're back in 2019? Why does it look so... Katie, can you use that cleaning vacuum thing on that and record that for IG? Because I don't think it's good. Don't show that on YouTube.
One who is literally down in Arkansas right now at the courthouse, and they let me know that Jill Duggar has been added onto the witness list. This is a new addition by the prosecutors, and she would be testifying against her brother. My guess is that under the assumption that they might potentially throw out Bobby Holt's account, they will need someone besides Jim Bob who can provide credible testimony as to what happened, and who else is going to be honest and provide credible testimony other than Jill Duggar. Jill Duggar has been by far the only Duggar willing to go outside of her father's control and literally call herself a victim. She has been able to publicly state that she has a very estranged relationship with her family. She has triggers that are at her home. She had to fight with her father to get paid for the show. She did not want to be on Coming On after everything that had come out. She wanted to just not be on the show anymore. And yet she was sort of forced into a position of being on the show based on a contract that she had signed at her wedding. So Jill has an estranged relationship with her parents, and she is very distant from her siblings. And she has publicly said that. She still sees them from time to time, but whether or not she's actually close to them, like she used.
Are we going to go through the whole story of Jill? Well, let's just show one of his... Where's the compassion? Where's the fucking, like, maybe I just won't make a slideshow of Jill.
Used to be? No. Now, the biggest, point of reference here is something related to a Jane Doe 4. And my belief is that Jane Doe 4 was a person and they called for someone else after Josh had done this to them. And that Jane Doe 4 might have called for Jill. So not only would Jill be testifying for herself as Jane Doe 1.
Wow. I would not be reporting on stuff, even if it's your belief, at this stage and saying what Jane Doe was this and that and this person. Katie, no. Stop. You can fucking jeopardize the fucking case. Josh fucking Duggar can get off because of you. You had no fucking idea. I don't think you're trained to report on stuff like this. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
One, I'm assuming, she would also could potentially be a witness to the aftermath of what happened to Jane Doe 4. And there's been this long thing about Jill telling her parents about what she saw, being the one to sort of blow the whistle on Josh. There was also a revelation that Jane Doe 1 actually, or one of the girls punched Josh in the face when he attempted to do something similar to her. And if I recall, my sources said that it was Jill that actually punched him in the face. So Jill could not only probably attest to her.
I can't stop thinking about you.
I might have made a huge mistake.
Attest to her own testimony of what happened to her, but she might be able to speak as a witness to what happened to Jane Doe 4. And if that's the case, in the event that Bobby Holt gets maybe thrown out based on this clergy privilege, they have the backup of Jill. But who better to testify about what happened than someone that it happened to? And it is so brave of her to do this because she might be able to speak as a witness to what happened to Jane Doe 4. And if that's the case, in the event that Bobby Holt gets maybe thrown out based on this clergy privilege, they have the backup of Jill. But who better to testify about what happened than someone that it happened to? And it is so brave about what happened than someone that it happened to. And it is so...
Okay, I'm just going to play that one more time, but instead of looking at her, you know, that is, instead of looking at her mouth, let's look at her eyes, because that's also connection. You'll be able to understand what she's feeling as she says, someone who actually experienced it talking about, she's fucking sick.
Happened than someone that it happened to. And it is so brave of her to do this, because I'm assuming that the prosecutors in this case did not want to have to call the girls.
You are so far off with your assumptions. What the fuck? And her eyes rolling right up to, and then did you see she jerks for? She was like she was enjoying that someone that has experienced it will get on the stand. That's a kind of excitement that you should not be fucking excited over in that way. I'm so shit at describing, but also I'm kind of gobsmacked as well. Like, I can't get my words out, but I'm starting to kind of shake from being so angry.
I'm assuming they did not want to have to put the girls in a position where they would have to become a part of this case. I'm sure they wanted to protect them, but it seems like Josh and his dad are going to move hell and high water to try to silence anyone that knows the truth. And so in the case of Bobby, they're trying to silence her through the clergy privilege. In the event that that works, well, Jill can come in. Jill will tell the truth. Jill's brave. Jill knows the truth. Jill is the only one in this family that has, in my opinion, been truthful about what happened. And Jill can be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because my biggest takeaway from Jim Bob Duggar's testimony yesterday is that if you are one of the girls and your dad literally sat up on a witness stand and said he could not remember what happened to you, seriously, something that is that serious that happened to a child, that you yesterday is that if you are one of the girls and your dad literally sat up on a witness stand and said he could not remember what happened to you, seriously, something that is that serious that happened to a child that you have had to go through therapy through, that has followed you through your whole life, that was the worst time of your life.
I'm pretty sure that they probably would have expected it, since he is the ABUSER, the king of it all, you know? You're fucking weird.
And your dad can't remember it, you know he can remember it, but it has to feel like a betrayal. And I'm kind of hoping that that serves as a catalyst to at least those others that haven't woken up yet, the ones that are still sort of on the fence, Joy, Jessa, that have been straddling with the family on whether they stay, whether they go. They know that if they go, they're cut off. They know if they go, they lose out on all of their other siblings. They know because they've seen what's happened to Jill, but if they leave, they also have the truth. And another thing that we need to talk about is the boys. None of the boys have actually spoken out against the Duggars, and they're financially dependent on their dad. And if you had the choice as a boy to speak out against your father and speak out against your brother, about is the boys. None of the boys have actually spoken out against the Duggars, and they're financially dependent on their dad. And if you had the choice as a boy to speak out against your father and speak out against your brother, and do the right thing, or continue to live your life, have access to planes and boats and helicopters so that you can have your lavish life.
You think choice is so fucking easy for people that have been like brainwashed from birth by their dad. He has conditioned all his kids. Do you know what made Jill strong, Katie? Her husband. She needed someone to believe in her. You can't even imagine what it's like. You say that you have experienced DV relationship where you yourself experienced ABUSE. How the fuck do you not understand then, Katie? How do you not understand? There's no choice. There's no personal choice. What the fuck? How dare you? How dare you go through each of the siblings or even talk about the other women that haven't escaped yet? Do they want to stay or do you don't know that? It's all speculation. Because Katie, it's fucking obvious you have no idea what goes through the mind of someone when you're in that fucking situation. I only know a tiny bit. 3 years. But it took like a decade to get his voice out of my head. Every time I looked in the mirror, I could hear his voice because he had mentally abused me over like 3 years. He was like a part of me. Like every single day he would say the same thing. I'm pretty sure every single day these Duggar kids were probably told something like one line every single day, and it's great. That is a planted seed for life. You're a fucking dumb twit. You have no idea. You have no heart. You can't connect to people. You can't even understand how touchy this subject is, how you can't be cold about it. You can't just fucking, you're so the wrong person to report on this. And yes, I'm using fucking ET fingers around report. This is where you don't have the ethical background that everyone, like the discipline that journalists learn. The public doesn't need this kind of info. Even if it did go on in court, you should be able to look at that and go, there's some things that, I won't tell the public. You look like you're going clubbing, Katie.
Life of flying, going places and pretending to be a chopper medic or whatever it is that you're doing. Do you give that up to tell the truth? Do you give that up to stick up for your sisters, or do you stay silent because you don't want to lose those toys and that wealth and that paycheck? Adults being dependent on their parents is not normal, and they shouldn't have to be dependent on their parents. And if you truly cared about your sisters, I would think you'd stand up for them and, speak out for them. And the silence of the boys right now is so palpable to me, and it's so unnerving to me. And it just feels like part of them just cares more about their own selves and making sure that they're paid and they get their money from their dad so they can have things that they want. They're all pilots. They all want access to those planes. They all want that life. If you speak.
I can't remember, is Katie's house listed under her dad's name? I'm pretty sure. And didn't she, she had to pay off her dad when she lived in her grandma's house. So she didn't buy it outright and she had to pay them. But, daddy's, she's so fucking, who asked for your opinion? It's so fucking tunnel vision.
Speaking the truth meant you don't have a plane anymore. Are you going to tell the truth? Sometimes I wonder if those are sort of the things that he holds over their heads. Well, if you tell the truth, you don't get planes. If you tell the truth, you're going to lose your job. If you tell the truth, you know what I mean? You just don't know what Jim Bob's telling these kids. And that's a horrible place to hold your kids. But at the same time, every adult has a choice. And if you don't and you stay silent and you just allow things to happen, you become complicit. And that's my opinion.
So, yeah, works both ways with you in the Paulson house. I feel like Toad's being an enabler, letting his wife spiral out of control to keep the income coming in so he doesn't have to, get a job instead of getting you help. And then, I forgot the rest. This is fucked.
So I'm proud of Jill, and I hope that she doesn't have to be called, but it's good to know that if
Yeah, what's going to happen here? Let's find out. Enough chitty chatty. Let's go. Righto, boys. 3, 2, 1.
I have always suffered from acne, bumpy skin, blackheads. Then I found out about
needed, she will testify against her brother. And that could potentially squash the issue with Bobby if it gets thrown out. With that being said, what are your thoughts about the potential aspect of everything being like with Bobby's testimony? What are your thoughts about her testimony? What are your thoughts about Jim Bob having amnesia, literally having amnesia about what happened? And do you think the clergy privilege can actually hold up here? Or do you think that it's just a last ditch effort to silence Bobby? And if Jill testifies, do you think that having amnesia, literally having amnesia about what happened? And do you think the clergy privilege can actually hold up here? Or do you think that it's just a last ditch effort to silence Bobby? And if Jill testifies, do you think that they'll try to sequester her? And do you think with Bobby if it gets thrown out? With that being said, what are your thoughts about having amnesia, literally having amnesia about what happened? And do you think the clergy privilege can actually hold up here? Or do you think that it's just a last ditch effort to silence Bobby? And if Jill testifies, do you think that they'll try to sequester or they'll try to squash her testimony too? You cannot silence Jill. You can't. Do you think that they'll try to sequester or they'll try to squash her testimony too? You cannot.
And there you go, folks. That's how high she is right now. Look how fucking dilated her pupils are, right to the fucking edge, except a little bit. Katie, that's overdosed. I don't get this fucking high when I take my ADHD medication. What the fuck? Unless you're, well, the only way you would increase your pupil size if you are adding, excitement to it, right? In my opinion. Can you guys see that? Oh, fuck, I hope it's coming up clear. It's just the perfect shot because you got the light coming in. Let me just have a look. Chat, you guys are still here. How are you going? You're surviving, obviously. Oh, look, guys are getting into the combo. I know, so many ads. I hate those ones that are like, you just have to watch this. Oh my God. Do you reckon YouTube Shorts is becoming like, it wants to be like TikTok? Oh. Okay. We'll just finish it. We may as well. We came this far, right? She just loves talking. She's like so excited about Jill testifying. I don't think she's going to sleep.
Silence Jill. You can't. But what a crappy position for Jill to be put in by her father, because it starts and ends with them and Jim and Josh for not taking this plea. He could have taken a plea and the sisters never would have had to be in this position. And here we are, that they'll try to sequester or they'll try to squash her testimony too. You cannot silence Jill. You can't. But what a crappy position for Jill to be put in by her father, because it starts and ends with them and Jim and Josh for not taking this plea. He could have taken a plea and the sisters never would have had to be in this position. And here we are, November 30th, and Jill Duggar is on the witness list. And Jill Duggar, but Jill Duggar is not going to be testifying. I mean, even if he testifies for the prosecution in regards to the car lot, don't expect him to go against the family. He is so in Jim Bob's pocket, he will maybe cooperate, but don't expect them to be giving any damning testimony. So our best wishes to Jill. You've got this, Jill. We are behind you here. We support you. Tell the truth. Be brave. If they need you, do what's right. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your sisters. Be the only voice in that family that has the truth. And you know what? The truth will set you free. It might set your siblings free. And this might serve as a wake-up call to everyone else in that family that is sitting there on the sidelines, enabling the bad behavior of Jim Bob and Josh Duggar. Because this whole house of cards can collapse once the truth is revealed. So tell the truth. And you know what? Maybe cooperate, but don't expect. Be the only voice in that family that has the truth. And you know what? The truth will set you free. It might set your siblings free. And this might serve as a wake-up call to everyone else in that family that is sitting there on the sidelines, enabling the bad behavior of Jim Bob and Josh Duggar. Because this whole house of cards can collapse once the truth is revealed. So tell your truth. Bye, guys.
I hated how she said, be the only voice in your family to speak up. She's fucking so behind Jill. I hope she doesn't, well, she's like this fucking stalker of the Jill fan club. Oh, what's happened with the eyebrows? Why are they going down again? Downtown. Because they've taken that right. Why does she really want to follow her bone there and just keep it all round? Like, extend it. You've got enough on the side to go boom. Let's make your eyes bigger. Let's not give you the, it's like you've got Ray-Bans on. Ray-Ban glasses on. It's just so bold. Do you want people to look there first? Oh, we could go on. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Ah! Oh, you got little pop-ups and stuff. Oh, why doesn't that lighten up? That would be good. Okay, we're out of here. Shit. Hope you have a good time at the club, Katie. Get first in line. Bring your chains out. Bring the chains out. I reckon that's the access. This girl's got it. Fuck. Okay, I'll bring her off screen. But I hope I made a point. Oh, thank fuck. It's back to, I can't take it anymore. She needs a new couch. Fuck. Okay, let's just see what chat is saying. But yeah, in summary, really, Katie, in my opinion, has no fucking idea what Anna's going through. She can't put herself in her shoes, but she also said she lived in her shoes, that she has survived a DV relationship. She understands. She doesn't fucking understand anything. She's telling Anna to leave like she's got a choice. She thinks that all the Duggar kids have a choice. Okay, that's fuck. She's just so dumb. She's so surface level with everything. I don't think she's got no depth, because to have depth, it involves emotion to connect and understand someone's position in life. And she doesn't like women. All that is building up. But I don't know. I can't hate Anna. I don't probably know as much as I know I don't know as much as everyone. But just the abuse. We just don't know what goes on behind the doors. Well, behind their doors with Pest and Anna. What has he done to her? What has he put her through? What has he made sure that this person, my partner, will never turn on me? So much that, he sets up his safety net. She'll never say anything against him. That's one person on his side. But what did he have to do to get that loyalty from her? Yeah. Like I said, I went through just 3 years of mental abuse. And it took me a decade to get over it because I couldn't stop hearing his voice. I can't imagine what she's going through. Yeah. I just got a feel for the woman. But then Katie with fucking those eyes, man, those eyes. That was the shot that we needed. You know, that kind of made the slow motion bearable because at least we picked up something. It's like we almost went for metal detector on the beach for an hour and we just found one thing, but was it worth it? I like the slow-mos because I get to really see what her body language is doing, especially her mouth. Because like when you're high on meth, your mouth has certain things that you do when she pushed her lips together. And she's doing stuff with like her tongue as well, like inside. So you can't really see what she's doing with her tongue, but you can tell a little bit by what muscles like flinch on her neck. And yeah, she's just like, yeah, in my opinion, overly excited about Jill getting on the stand because Jill went through it. And, you know, that means there might be details. So if she didn't overdose herself for this day or whatever, but when was this? Today? Then that's the reason her eyes are beaming because, yeah, when you're excited and you're on amphetamines or even prescription pills, whatever, the base, amphetamine, your pupils will get extra large as like, you know, yeah, like euphoria, like runs through your body. Is it euphoria, adrenaline? Probably a lot with Katie. Who knows? But she had to swallow a lot. That's another thing, like if it makes you excited. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have nightmares now. I'm going to have nightmares. Yes, tweak mouth. Yeah, or I call it meth mouth, but it's really Tarzan swinging through the jungle. When they get really high, the jaw starts swinging. But I only know all this from my personal experience went through that, but now I'm on the other side, and it's so that makes it all fucking obvious. And it does for everyone. That's why a lot of us can pick it up. But hey, we survived. We overcome it. Katie, nothing's wrong with me. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just hate that she's fucking covering this trial because she's questioning. She's trying to find out, you know, just even like Pest wasn't the only one. There's got to be others. Fuck off with your fucking speculation. She's going to end up harming, like jeopardizing this case. The Duggars are aware of like her channel. It could play into Pesters could play like for Josh. He could win due to public trial. You know, all the information being spread out there by T channels. Katie, change your fucking intro if this is what you're going to report on. I'm so also, fuck that, right? I'm going to do a video because I can't believe that you've still got this intro and you had reported on Gabby Petito with this intro. That is fucked up, Katie. That, like, where is your passion? You're not an advocate. You're a bullshitter. You're someone who will just slot themselves into, yep, that's my title, I'll take it. Where's the fucking heart? Where's the, let me think about this. Would I need to change my intro? Does this fall into T? You've said multiple times that it doesn't. So why the fuck is it in your intro? That's the most. But like, if people were following the Gabby Petito case and they clicked on your channel for a video, Katie, and then they saw that intro before you report, like, whoa, they would have clicked off as soon as they'd seen T. Any respectful person actually would have, except for, wow, oh man, you fucking disrespectful piece of shit. And I can say that. I can say that. You know why? Because in my opinion, it's true. Fuck. Yeah. But, yeah, fuck. Okay. Now I've got to the point where that's my only word. Fuck. Okay, guys, we're going to end it here. But I just wanted to point that out because, well, why not? It needs to be said. And, yes, thanks everyone for, well, I don't know if I should be thanking you. Do you think that you guys made the right choice watching this tonight? I should have put a trigger warning on it. Oh, I'll fix it. Thank you, though, everyone, for coming. And, yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and, oh, fuck, this isn't my last live before I've got to put my head down and think and do the hard work. I've really got to do the hard work because I might be getting an award on Friday, and that's more scary than actually doing stand-up, just receiving a reward in front of people and being expected to make a speech. I don't know why that's scary, but oh, look at all you guys using the shitty custom emojis. Actually, where's my phone? Because I can't see what it looks like on, where are we? Fuck, my phone's not even around. Thank you so much, guys. Well, take care. Hopefully I might be able to do a little lives on the weekend. Yes, that's due on the weekend. Thanks, Meemore. Thanks, TK. And thanks, Totally Clueless. Thanks, everyone that rocked up in chat. Oh, it was, yeah. As usual, please take care out there, guys. It's a fucking crazy world, right? See ya.